Hi there everybody, on today's video we're going to have a look at the location of the fuses on this Nissan Micra. This is a 2013 and I think it's a K13. So if we look at page 821 here, and it talks about the fuses. There's some fuses on the engine compartment and there are some fuses in the passenger compartment. Obviously they recommend a professional to replace fuses, but you can also have a look at this if something fails in your car, the radio or the lights or something. Now the way to check the fuses are like in this picture. If the element inside is broken, like in picture A there, the little element in the center is broken, and in picture B here it's okay. So if it was broken like as such, then you can replace it, and you should always replace it with the same ampere fuse, but also you would want to try to find out why the fuse blew, because you might find that if you fit another one it blows again. But in my experience I've realized that I change, sometimes fuses blow, and then maybe due to age or an overload of some reason, but you change it and it's okay. So they also talk about this extended storage fuse switch where fitted, and it seems to be like a main fuse that if you pull out, it basically disconnects the rest of the fuses. I've never seen this type of fuse before, but it isn't one that you need. I don't think you need to be doing anything with that as such. And always, obviously, make sure if you're gonna check fuses or change them or anything, make sure the ignition is off. Car's not running, and just have your key out of the ignition if need be. Okay, so this is the car. If you get the bonnet open and you just look behind the battery there's that box. And behind that box, sorry, inside that box will be the fuses. This is the obviously engine compartment fuses. So we just need to press on these two clips here to get this out, and then that's where the fuses will be, inside of here and in there. There's two little clips on the side here. Right, actually, if you pull those little clips out, so this way, you can release this box. You see, you have this wiring here. It's a little bit hard to pull this box out, but it does come out. And so we have some fuses here, and we also have some fuses in there. And we have a little diagram here of what the fuses might be for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of this diagram, and then I'm going to put it on with a video so you can have an idea of what you're looking at. Now, looking at looking at these fuses, the list here, you will notice that there's a 10 amp there, 10 amp, 30 amp, and that's what we have here, 10 amp, 10 amp, 30 amp. And then if you go to the next one, you have 15, 15, 20, 15, 10, 10, 10, and that would be 15, 15, 20, 15, and 10, 10, 10. That would, so this here relates to that, and these three relate to this three, and then you have this lot here relate to this side. So for the fuses in the inside of the box there, we have a list here. You have at the top, you have 10, 10, 10, then you have two gaps, and then you have some larger fuses there. There's a 40 and another 40 and so on, and this is how basically this goes. You have the 10, 10, 10, this is a 10, that's a 30, that's a 40 and so on, but obviously not all the fuses are, you might not have all the fuses in the slots, because it all depends on the functions that the car may have. So this is the fuses in the engine bay basically, and then make sure you refit this back properly. Just be careful with the wires, obviously. Okay, so now we can have a look at the fuses inside of the car. And they are basically in the passenger side, and then there's this little cover here we need to pop open. And if you get that open, then you will find the fuses in there. Maybe I'll just remove this for now. So that's where the fuses are really. Okay, so that's where the fuses are. That's where the that black one there is the one that they're talking about as an extra. And I think if you remove that one, it sort of disconnects the other fuses, and we have 3 lines there, and at the top we have a 15 amp fuse, and again a few empty slots, and that would be the ones that probably functions that this car doesn't have. And again, if you look at this cover here, the 15 amp fuse at the top is power for a power socket, and then you have the fuses that go down, so 10 amp, 10 amp, 10 amp, 10 amp, 15 amp, 10 amp, and 15 amp. That would be the ones on this side. Here. And then you have the middle line, and the ones on the right hand side are almost all they're all 10, so that would apply to this side here. All of these are 10, all of these here, and they are for different things. Obviously, again, washer, motor, airbag, electric IG, DC IG, spare, meter IC, fuel pump, electric IG ECM, heated mirrors, and so on. So that's basically it. Again, I'll take a picture of that and post it so you can have a more detailed view. And that's pretty much where we can find these diffusers on this car. So I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.